Hello YouTube, Pallav here, and OnePlus 5 is coming to India on the June 22nd, and it's from the official source. They started putting those teaser posters and some teaser videos all over social media and YouTube and those places. June 22nd, the launch event will happen in Mumbai. Now here are some of the things about the OnePlus 5. First of all, they have started putting the real pictures and all, and this is how the OnePlus 5 looks like. Yes, this is one thing for sure, that it contains a dual camera, but at the first look you would think that someone probably might have faked it. They did not actually have the OnePlus 5 model, and by mistake they have put an iPhone 7 Plus out there. It looks exactly like an iPhone 7 Plus. That's one of the first funny part. The second part is that the OnePlus 5 definitely would be more expensive. As far as I know, it'll cost 33,000 for the 64GB model, and then the 128GB model will cost about 38,000. That would be roughly, I don't know, 4 to 5k more expensive than the OnePlus 3T. Is it only because of the dual camera? I don't know that, but it'll come with the 835 chipset. But then all OnePlus phones do come with the latest flagship chipset. Even the previous ones, it'll have a 6GB of RAM. Someone is saying that it might have an 8GB of RAM, but I'm sure if it has 8GB of RAM, there could be two variants, a 6GB and an 8GB, and that 8GB could come with the 128GB version, or that may have a separate variant as well. But definitely it'll be more expensive than 6GB. The price will start at 33k. Now looking at that picture, although from the back it exactly looks like an iPhone 7 Plus, but I'm sure when you turn this phone around, you'll find Android Nougat user interface, and probably Oxygen OS also this time, an updated one on top of that. And it's a brilliant UI, OnePlus UI. I love that. I love the Oxygen OS or Oxygen UI, you would say, more than Cyanogen mode. So yeah, those are some of the good things. The front camera will still be a 16MP camera, but yeah, you must have already heard those. We've also made a separate video on all the rumors of the OnePlus 5. Although it's coming on June 22nd to India, that's not the first launch. So that's not a global launch. That's not the first, for the first time the world will see the OnePlus 5, because New York will see it on June 20th. On June 20th, 12 p.m., which would make it our Friday night, June 20th night. There New York will see it, and then there are some of the other places in Europe and US would see this just before when India sees that on June 22nd officially. It's still good enough. It's still a much closer gap between a global launch and an Indian launch than many of the other phones, like let's say the Samsung or all. But still, two things that really igged me is that straightaway copy from that iPhone 7 Plus. I just hope the cameras have some other tricks apart from 1 tele and 2x lens, just like the iPhone 7 Plus. And the price, even if an increase of 5,000 over let's say 27 or 28k makes it about 20% price hike. I hope the OnePlus 5 has enough feature to justify that. Now the thing is, you might say that it's a flagship killer and still the same processor, the same RAM and same things in other flagship phones come at around 50,000, 60,000, but that's how they have built the brand. That's how they have built the customer expectation. OnePlus has built the customer expectation around a device which would be a very powerful latest device, but at almost half the price. So if they gradually start increasing the price and go, start closing the gap with those popular flagships, then they might lose the point. But I still think the OnePlus 5 would be one of the best devices this year. At least I hope, because this is one guy that can practically take head on with all the flagship from Apple, Samsung, LG, blah, blah, blah. We'll bring you definitely more details on June 22nd or maybe on June 20th as well, when it's a global launch happen. Till then, ciao.